This video is titled Configuration Manager Easy Setup. This is the name given to the in-console upgrade process. In this video, we will discuss how we can quickly upgrade Config Manager to the latest version. We will see where to find these upgrades, as they are not available online for download in the traditional sense. We'll discuss the pre-upgrade prerequisites before running and verifying the upgrade. We'll actually carry out this work in the lab to upgrade from version 1606 to version 1610. We'll then have a look at how we can upgrade without an internet connection. And finally, see a summary of what we have learned in this section. We mentioned this in a previous video, but let's start with an explanation of base builds. Certain versions of Configuration Manager are called base builds. These versions are available online for download, and the product can be installed using the installation media. Versions 1511 and 1606 are base builds. We actually installed 1606 in the lab previously. All other versions must be installed using the Easy Setup process, which is an in-console upgrade. Microsoft are currently releasing upgrades at a rate of 3 per year. It seems likely that one of those will be a base build. So, where do we find the upgrade? Open the Config Manager console and navigate to Administration, Cloud Services, Updates and Servicing. You will see the upgrade with the status of Available. Be aware that you won't always see upgrades here immediately after release announcements are published. Microsoft always release upgrades first to what's known as Fast Ring. If you want to upgrade early, you have to opt into Fast Ring by running a PowerShell script that Microsoft provide in order to see the upgrade. It's a different script each time. After a short period, Microsoft then released the upgrade as generally available, and everyone will be able to see it. We will be upgrading to 1610 in this video, and that has been out for a while, so it is generally available. Let's have a look at this in the console. Navigate to Administration, Cloud Services, Updates and Servicing, and see the 1610 upgrade, and the state is available. There's also a 1606 hotfix, which we will ignore for now. The upgrade files are saved in the Easy Setup Payload folder in the Config Manager Installation folder. They look the same as the Config Manager Installation media, but it's not supported to launch the upgrade directly from these files. What must we do before upgrading the Config Manager site? As always, it's good practice to refer to the official docs for guidance. Microsoft have published an upgrade checklist to help us. You'll find the link to the checklist in the notes of this video. The checklist contains items like the following. Review the site and hierarchy status and verify that there are no unresolved issues. Ensure that your computing environment meets the supported configurations. Install all applicable critical updates for operating systems. Uninstall the site system roles no longer supported. Disable database replicas for management points at primary sites. Reconfigure software update points that use NLB, and disable all site maintenance tasks. We haven't done any major configuration on our lab site yet, so we don't need to take any action. Test DB upgrade involves taking a backup of your Config Manager database and running a test upgrade on the copy to reveal any issues that may arise. This used to be a mandatory step in a Config Manager upgrade. However, with the Easy Setup process, it is now optional but still recommended. Finally, we should run the prerequisite checker to identify any problems. Let's see that in action. To run the prerequisite checker, right-click the upgrade and select Run Prerequisite Check. We can see that the state is now checking prerequisites. This may take a short while, so we'll pause. The prerequisite checker has successfully finished. Now we are ready to upgrade. Be careful though. There is a very specific sequence you must follow. If you're running a multi-site hierarchy, start at the top level site in the hierarchy. After the top level site upgrades, you can begin the upgrade of each child site. Complete the upgrade of each site before you begin to upgrade the next site. We upgrade by right-clicking on the upgrade and choose Install Update Pack to launch the wizard. We'll see that in a moment. You can monitor the upgrade by going to Monitoring, Updates and Servicing Status, right-click the 1610 upgrade and select Show Status. You can also see detailed progress in the cmupdate.log file. Okay, so it's time to upgrade. Now, right-click on the upgrade and choose Install Update Pack to launch the wizard. Click Next at this informational page. Choose if you want to automatically enable new features now, and we'll do that. And Next. Choose your Client Update option. You can choose to upgrade the Config Manager client to the new version now, or to test it in a pre-production environment first. I'll choose to upgrade now. Accept the license terms, and next to finish the wizard. Then we can close the wizard as it upgrades. We'll close the wizard to start the upgrade. The upgrade is now installing. This may take some time to be completed. You can monitor the upgrade by going to Monitoring, Updates and Servicing Status, and right-click on 1610 and select Show Status. And we can see the steps of the installation, and check service window is just finished, so we can actually see the status here. You can now see that the Config Manager services are being stopped so that the Config Manager database can be upgraded. You can also see progress in the cmupdate.log file. This file is found in the logs folder of the Config Manager installation folders. We can see in the log file that a lot of changes are being made to the Config Manager database during the upgrade. The Config Manager database has now been upgraded, and the wizard is continuing with the rest of the steps. It's taken a while, but the upgrade to version 1610 has now completed successfully. See that the 1606 hotfix is gone, as it is no longer applicable. The console has an auto-update feature. You'll receive a warning when you open the console if you're not running the latest version, and the upgrade will start automatically. The console didn't close during this upgrade, so we'll do that shortly, and will be prompted to upgrade the console. The same would happen for any remote consoles. After all your sites have been upgraded, you should plan to upgrade clients. When you upgrade a client, the current client software is uninstalled and the new client software version is installed. To upgrade clients, you can use any method that Configuration Manager supports. We will discuss Config Manager client installation in a later video. Other post-upgrade tasks could include reconfiguring any database replicas for management points, or reconfiguring any database maintenance tasks that you disabled prior to the upgrade. Finally, we will verify the upgrade by checking the site version and examining the site status and component status for errors. So let's upgrade our console. Okay, so I've closed the console, and when I launch it again, I'll be prompted to upgrade it. Okay, so we're told that a new version of the console is available. Click OK to install the new version, and we will do that, and the installation will start. The console closes first and the installation then starts. The files are being downloaded, and the console is now being upgraded. The console has now been upgraded, so let's now check the new site version. This is the version number of Configuration Manager 1610, and let's check the component status and the site status, and everything looks okay. So what do we do if we don't have an internet connection on the site server? All is not lost. Microsoft have provided us with the Service Connection tool and instructions on how to use it. The tool can be used on a computer with an internet connection to download the upgrade, which you can then transfer to the site server. You'll find a link to the tool in the notes of this video. There are some prerequisites to satisfy before you can use the tool. On the site server, you must have a service connection point installed, which should be set to offline on demand. You must also install Visual C++ redistributable files and .NET Framework 4.5.2 or later on the internet connected computer. You must run the tool from the command prompt with local administrator permissions and read permissions on the site database. Then you can import the upgrade to the site server so that you can upgrade the site in the console as normal. We've covered a lot in this section and carried out a lot of configuration. We extended the Active Directory schema with custom attributes for Config Manager, and then created the system management container so that our site could be published to Active Directory. We then discussed and installed the server prerequisites, including the Windows ADK. We learned about base builds, and finally we were ready to install Config Manager version 1606. We completed the installation wizard and our Config Manager primary site was subsequently created. Afterwards, we checked the site status and component status and verified that the site had been published to Active Directory. In this video, we learned about the easy setup process for upgrading a site in console. We discussed the Microsoft upgrade checklist before upgrading our site to 1610. We finished the section by discussing the Service Connection tool, which can be used to upgrade when your server has no internet connection. The next section will be getting started with Configuration Manager.